Hello, everyone. I have no idea how to do intros. That's okay. So, I know I haven't posted like a video in a while, but I wanted to do one because my friend wanted to learn how to crochet, and now that she's broken her wrist and like can't crochet, I figured it'd be a good time to post that video. So here I am. You need yarn and a crochet hook. I'll be going over 5 different things, maybe 7 if we have time. But those things are how to hold your yarn, how to hold your crochet hook, a slip knot, a chain stitch, and a single crochet stitch. Oh wait, that's 6 things. Wait, is it? Okay, never mind. I think it's 6 things. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Okay. Just kidding, guys. It is 5. I don't know what I was talking about earlier. It's 5 things. I promise. 1, how to hold your yarn. 2, how to hold your crochet hook. 3, how to do a slip knot. 4, how to do a chain stitch. And then 5 is how to do a single crochet stitch. Okay. First thing, how to hold your yarn. Let's wrap this up a little bit. Okay, that's better. So, there are many different ways to do many things in crochet, but I will be teaching you how I do things. Also, I am right-handed, and so if you're left-handed, I think most everything should work if you just do it on the other hand. Or you could, I don't know, flip this video. I don't know if there's a way to do that, but if you know a way, do that, because I am right-handed. So, how I hold my yarn, I take the end, and then I wrap it around my left pinky, just one time, and then I come up and behind the other fingers, and at the pointer finger, I pull it down and pinch it between my middle finger and my thumb. Once again, wrap it around your pinky finger, bring it, twist it, bring it up, and bring it down. And this finger will keep tension on the string when you're crocheting with it. Okay, next thing. Oh, little frog. How to hold your crochet hook. I know words for things. There are 2 ways. You can either hold it like a pencil, just like pencil, pretend to be writing, whatever, right? Or a knife. Those are the 2 ways. I kind of hold it in between. I hold a knife like this, but I hold my crochet hook like really loosely like this. So those aren't set ways. You don't have to do it exactly like that. Just find what works for you and what you're comfortable with. So now we put the 2 together. Hold this like that. Hold this however you're comfortable. And wow, you're almost there to crocheting. There is one more step to be able to start a piece though. That is called a slip knot. This is how you start chain pieces. Basically, there are so many ways to do a slip knot. This is how I do it. You take it and you take the end and you wrap it around your 2 fingers and you pinch it with your middle finger and your thumb. And then you take the side that's connected to the yarn ball and you also wrap it around your 2 fingers, just like that. And then you take the first one and you pull it off like that. And then you just use your fingers to tighten it. And now you have a cool little adjustable loop. And if you pull on the shorter end, it will get bigger sometimes. There we go. Yeah. And wrap it around your 2 fingers. Wrap the other one around your 2 fingers, pinch it there, and then take it and pull it. Then you just insert your crochet hook and pull tight. You don't want it to be too tight because you don't want the loop on the hook to be like really snug. Otherwise, it's like really hard to crochet. You just want it like decently loose, just to be able to move it around, I don't know, or whatever. Right? And then you get in position, hold your crochet hook, or hold your yarn. You want to pinch this tail right here. And then this is what's called a chain stitch. Basically, take your yarn and you do what's called yarn over. Basically, you push in and under the yarn, just like that. And then you come up and you twist the crochet hook so the hook is pointing down. And then you pull through the loop. So now you have another loop on your hook. Again, you yarn over by going in, up, twisting your hook down, and pulling through. You can start to see a pattern, like you can do this literally infinitely. Well, not infinitely because you don't have infinite yarn, but if you did, you could do this literally infinitely. So, over, pulling through. My grandma, who taught me how to crochet, was left-handed. And so this was about as far as I could understand when it came to crochet and like how she taught me. So basically I would just sit in my room just chaining for hours, making jump ropes. And that's how I learned how to do a chain stitch, by just chaining every single day, all day long. Here's a tip. When you want to like stop crocheting just for a second, pull your crochet hook out so that even if it like gets tugged a lot, it won't come as undone. Because if you tug on your string, then it comes undone. But if you make, kind of hard to do with fingers, if you make it bigger, then it will be harder to do. So if you want to stop, just like do that. Also, you want to learn how to count your stitches. Each V is a stitch. So I'll make it smaller, easier to see. So, and your hoop, your loop here does not count as a stitch. So if I were to look at this, there's one V and there is another V. So that's 2 stitches. And also it just helps to count. So like while you're crocheting, so you don't have to go back and count your stitches. Like it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and so on. So you don't have to go back and individually count all these little V's. If it's very tedious. All right. So here I have my chain stitches. I didn't bother to count them because I'm probably going to undo it anyways and I don't care. So, but even though I'm not doing it, you should count your stitches. Okay. The next thing we're going to learn is a single crochet stitch. You want to insert your hook in the second stitch from your loop. So there's my first one because that's the stitch that is coming, that the hoop is coming out of. So there is my first stitch. That is my second one, the one right after it. that is the stitch that I want to insert my crochet hook into, but once I have the loop on my hook. So we go 1, 2. Oh, I believe in me. There we go. I did it. So now we have 2 loops on our hook. To do a single crochet stitch, you yarn over, come up, twist down, and pull through just the first loop. Just like that. And then you yarn over again and pull through both loops. That is one single crochet stitch. You can see it made another V right there. And to do that again, and since we were starting, you don't have to skip every other stitch, just insert into the one right after it. Now you have 2 hoops on your hook, yarn over, pull through the first one, yarn over, pull through both, and just keep doing that. Oh, here is a prime example of when my loop on my crochet hook was too small, and so it made a really small stitch, and I can't insert my hook. There we go. Okay, now I've made it to the end, and you can see my piece is still a little bit like wavy. That could probably happen even if you don't insert your hook into the same stitch twice, even especially if it's like really tight. You basically just like, it's not hard to just force it to be how you want it. Perfect. Also, if you want to go another row, you can't insert your hook into the stitch that your loop is coming out of. Just make sure loop. There you go. Okay, I'm gonna undo that one. All right, there is my finished piece, and wow, look who it is. It's a stitch marker. This guy is really helpful when counting, basically. Another thing, to read like crochet patterns, they're gonna say like each row is basically a round. So when I chain stitched across here, that's basically one round. And when I started single crocheting right here, that was another round. And I just finished my second round. So you want to put these guys at the beginning of every round. I mean, you don't have to like do every single one. You can just like move it, but it'll let you know where you are. Also, I use it when I want to take a break because I've stayed up way too late crocheting and I need to go to bed. So I'll just insert a stitch marker, and now it doesn't even matter if it's tugged because it can't come undone. There you go. And you don't have to use stitch markers. Here I have some paper that I'm just gonna roll up a little bit. You can use. There you go. You can use that as a stitch marker. If it will work. Apparently this yarn does not want to work today. Okay, there you go. There's a stitch marker. You can fold it up to help hold your place. Oop. Use a pencil. You can use this little guy, the bobby pins, I think. No, those are, what are these called? I can never remember the name. I have no idea what these are called. You can use those guys as stitch marker. You can use quite literally anything. A little ring. I don't know. Whatever you find can help be a stitch marker. But if you want to use a stitch marker to like start a round and you are going to continue crocheting, you probably want it to be small, like thinner than a pencil, like more so this, because Otherwise, your hoop will be too big and therefore your stitches will be really big. Hi, it's Random Tip me again, who just randomly thought of a random tip. Make sure that you're always crocheting to the left, or if you're left-handed, to the right. Right here. So like when you come to the end, you literally flip it around so that you can crochet to the right again. Cool. Alright, here's a fun little game that hopefully you can see because that would really suck if you couldn't. How many stitches are there from here to here? So I have to count this. The correct answer is 9. You got 10. That's wrong because this hoop doesn't count as a stitch. Cool. So now let's say this is pretty cool. I want to end it here because, yeah, I need. I'm going to stop. I just want to stop crocheting. Right? I take my beautiful scissors and I typically cut like right there. Be careful because I'm kind of cutting. Typically cut like right here, like right in between, right there. You can have it longer if you want a longer tail. I don't know why you would, but I guess. So now you basically just do a chain stitch, and then you just pull all the way through, and then you pull it tight. There, it's done. Look at my magnificent piece. It's so cool.